My name is Phil Price. I'm with Cherokee Multi-Agency Narcotics Squad. We serve Cherokee and Pickens County. In September of 2019, we got information that led us into an investigation into methamphetamine trafficking that was taking place in Cherokee and Pickens County and was originating in DeKalb and Gwinnett County. As we began to conduct the investigation, we determined that the majority of the people involved were members of gangs here in Georgia, and so we partnered with the GBI's Gang Task Force to further this investigation, and so I'm going to turn it over to the GBI.
Okay, thank you. Hey, John Melvin, Assistant Director of the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. I'd like to thank y'all for coming out here for this very wonderful event. With over 70,000 members statewide, 70,000 gang members statewide, it is essential that in order to fight this occupation of gang members that we have cooperation among many agencies. In that regard, I need to take time just to thank the many agencies that have brought us here today for this very large drug and gang bust. The following agencies assisted us: the CMANS unit, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations Gang Task Force, Homeland Security Investigations, the Appalachian Judicial Circuit. Not only is it appropriate for us to make the gang charges, but we need district attorneys that will take this case to trial. And thank you for our district attorney here. The Pickens County Sheriff's Department, Cherokee County Sheriff's Department, Department of Corrections, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations involved in this case, Bartow County Sheriff's Office, Gordon County Task Force, Gwinnett County Task Force, Special Investigations Section of the Gwinnett County Gang Task Force, DeKalb County District Attorney's Office, DeKalb County Police Department, DeKalb County District Attorney's Office, Clayton County Sheriff's Office and District Attorney's Office, the Apex Unit from the Atlanta Police Department, the West Metro Drug Enforcement Office, the Appalachian Regional Drug Enforcement Office, the Georgia National Guard, as well as the Drug Task Force and the Gilmer County Sheriff's Office. All of these agencies, in their way, helped us to further this investigation. And today, we're happy to announce that over 137 kilos of methamphetamine are off our streets. We've taken this as part of the multi-jurisdictional cooperative effort to take down members of our ghost-face gangs that's in this state, as well as Gangsters Disciples. The gangs are cooperating, but so are the agencies that are going to stand against this evil. So for those agencies that have helped us out, for the agents that are on the street, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. God bless you. Does anybody have any questions?
And Robert Hammer, the Special Agent in Charge for Homeland Security Investigations here in Atlanta. I just want to commend Sheriff Pickens County and all the agencies that John mentioned from the GBI's behalf. When I committed to the director a year ago that we wanted to partner with GBI on the Governor's Gang Task Force, this is exactly the type of partnership that I envisioned a year ago, and this is a great result for this task force. It's one of the largest from the task force, and there's certainly more to come. From our aspect, from the federal side of Homeland Security Investigations, our focus is on the transnational side. We look to add value to these cases and support our local partners in being successful in their investigations. We're looking at multiple gangs collaborating to import these narcotics into the region, specifically Serranos working with the Ghost-Faced Disciples, etc. Mexico continues to be a major source of supply for methamphetamine here in the metro Atlanta area, and certainly here in Pickens County. The scourge that the drugs and the gangs cause in this community is no more prevalent than today, taking over 113 keys of meth off the streets as well as multiple firearms. So we are proud to support GBI and the Governor's Gang Task Force and look forward to more contributions in the future.
Can you give us numbers of like the increase or decrease of gang numbers over the last 1 or 2 years? Is it growing? Is it declining?
The numbers are growing. The rest are not quite being made to the part that we need right now, but within the last few years, if you look at the National Gang Threat Assessment, the last one that was done was in 2011. As you saw the rate of growth from 2005 to 2008 to 2011, you saw numbers go from 800,000 all the way up to 1.4 million in that time period. The National Gang Threat Assessment was defunded in 2011. But there's been academic studies that show that as of right now, the numbers are almost triple that. So up to the United States, over an estimated 3 million gang members within the United States. Within the state of Georgia, the best numbers that we have show an increase of about, a total number of about 71,000 members within the state of Georgia. In the metro area and north metro area, we're talking over 50,000. And those are numbers provided by the Department of Justice as well as the FBI.
Is there can you describe how, are they becoming more organized, or are they just separate entities?
What we are seeing is a lot more cooperation between gangs, whereas we have traditional rival gangs, and we still certainly have that. We are seeing a lot more cooperation, inter-gang cooperation, intra-gang cooperation. So whereas they say, I used to be red, I used to be blue, now we're all about the green. So we're actually seeing more organization between gang members in order to get their profits and do what they do.
Could you walk us?
That's why I'm very thankful, and we all are very thankful for the cooperation. This could not have happened without the contribution of every one of our agencies, and knowing that we're going to be giving it to District Attorney Sisby, who's going to take the football and cross the line, because all the rest in the world are not going to take care of this problem. We need people that are going to take it and take it through the prosecution. So thank you for that.
Could you walk us through how we got to this point? How you guys?
Sure. So I'd like to turn that over to Mr. Price.
Okay, the initial investigation was just a lead, a tip that we got, and we started doing surveillance and saw so many people who were interacting with the suspects that we had. And we also developed the information about the gang aspect, although at that time it was only ghost-faced gangsters that we saw involved in this. We got the GBI gang task force involved, started doing very intensive surveillance, watching these people for long periods of time, and identified that there were in fact 3 different gangs. The Gangster Disciples were also involved, as well as Serranos. So thanks to the expertise of the GBI's gang unit, we were able to further this investigation in some areas that we were not that well versed in. So bear in mind that this investigation was initiated just before COVID became a problem, and so we had to deal with all those secondary issues of how we interacted with other people and that sort of thing. So it's a very complex investigation. Take a lot of pride in what we've done. It's been a very intense investigation. I think everybody here will go home tonight and rest better. But that's it in a nutshell.
Was there headquarters like here? Was that what you're saying?
One of the main players is from here. He's actually in a prison in Sumter County, but his family's here. We followed the trail of the money through here. Also, several of the people involved, as the investigation involved, are from Pickens County. So that's why the focus was on Pickens County.
You said the original investigation started off from a tip.
Yes.
Is there anything community members can do to help?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the only way we can do our job, is for community members to call us. We have a tip line. CMANS has a tip line and a web page where you can leave information anonymously. But without the help of the citizens of Georgia, we would be dead in the water. And absolutely, it's important to us to get those kinds of tips, because from those small things, we were able to do our job and leading these kinds of investigations.
Can you walk us through the network? Were they using like trucks, semi-trucks, or cars, or how does it work?
How the drugs were getting into Atlanta, I cannot tell you. We do know that there are a variety of methods, but the deals were actually brokered by inmates in the prison system. So the phone calls would be made to make an order. Though we were able to surveil some of those meetings, we were able to actually identify sources of supply, and that's why some of these arrests were being made today. And not all the arrests are here in Pickens County. Many of them are in Metro Atlanta, but they were direct sources of supply to the people who were investigating.
Do you have any like mug shots of these people or recordings of the conversations that we have?
We do have mug shots available. Yeah, Nellie will help you with those. Now, as far as the recording, no, we don't have anything ready to release right now. We're still pretty deep in the investigation.
One more question?
Are there pictures of the drugs and stuff like that that you can
Yes.
share? And you got that?
Yes.
Anything else you guys would like to add? Guys,
Sure.
Thank you.
Good.